All right. So, bonjour. Oh, how about that? Kind of. All right. Yeah. Wow. All right. So, welcome everyone to March 21st. So, will forever be known as Kantech Day. So, be prepared next year when we come out. So, no matter. Oh, thanks, Hummer. So, no matter where you are across the globe, you know, whether it's morning, whether it's afternoon, whether it's evening, we're thrilled to have you join us, both online and in person. So the online numbers are phenomenal. I want to give a big shout out to them. We've got a lot of watch parties going on, so we want to thank everybody doing that. But I really like the in-house audience, right? We get to feed a little energy from you guys, make this a fantastic presentation, and I think you're going to be pleased with everything you have to see today. So nice. So my name is Jason Edler. I'm the Director of Sales for Kantech. I started in the industry a long time ago, as we can see. I love the suit. Just got it. So one interesting thing, though, on this slide is on March 14th was actually my 14th anniversary here at Kantech. So 14 years. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so once again, we're humbled that all of you want to be part of Kantech's Innovation Showcase. So thank you once again for coming out. Now, on the journey today, I'm joined by the amazing Tom Gift-Christos, who also shops with me at the same store, right? I think everybody knows Tom. Interesting thing about Tom that I didn't know until we put this presentation together is that Tom's only had one job in his entire life. It's amazing. 19 years. But Tom's not the only one. We're also joined by the unforgettable Homer Enriquez. Yeah. 3-for-1 sale going on for the suits. Right? So Homer's our Hattrick's Global Sales Manager. If you don't know what Hattrick's is, you know, you're going to learn today. You're going to find out. So interesting thing with Homer, I'm not sure when it was. Was it March 10th, 8th, 12th?
Yeah.
Something like that. March 12th. Homer is actually 10 years at Kantech, so he's also celebrating an anniversary with us. So they'll both introduce themselves shortly. Still got it? But in the meantime, since I have the stage, I'm going to go over a few benefits and things for Kantech that you may not know of. So for those of you that may be new to Kantech, we're proud to say we're one of the oldest access control manufacturers in the world. Right? 38 years, really close to 39 years of innovation, integrity, and this is the real key piece, a user-centric design. That's what we're built around, right? We've truly become a trusted and respected brand across the access control industry. So now access control has come a long way, right? Evolving from a security measure to a real critical business. You know, and at Kantech, we focus on delivering powerful solutions with intuitive interfaces, you know, for that seamless user experience at every level. You know, whether you're the office admin using Interpass Web, Interpass Go to schedules, add delete card holders, maybe use your phone to take a picture, to actual employees themselves using Interpass Go Pass for their mobile credential to actually gain entry into the facility. Right? But we haven't forgot about everybody else. We have a great app called Interpass Go Install. If you haven't used it, it's fantastic. You can walk test doors, right? You can make punch lists. You can even program your doors all through your mobile device, right? Without just saving valuable time back on your install. But even down to the salespeople showcasing the product, right? We want to make things as easy as possible. So whether it's 1 doors or 1,000 doors, can easily be ordered by manipulating 4 different part numbers of Kantech. Right? We've truly redefined that user experience globally with cutting-edge solutions, you know, that are easy to deploy, easy to manage, and easy to configure. Right? Everybody's red light turns green, so it's really the software and that smooth interface that makes all the difference. That's where that big bright blue Kantech shines. Mark. Some additional benefits that you may or may not know about. Let's get the slide going. All right. So the first one I want to talk about, our award-winning web mobile interfaces and are ahead of the curve, right? Their simplicity and intuitiveness is what's led to our double-digit growth over the last 14 years. In case you guys aren't catching on the 14 theme here. There you go. Another major benefit of Kantech. We manufacture all our own hardware and software, right? We want to make sure you have a complete backward compatibility no matter what. So unlike others who rely on OEM components, we have a true evergreen approach when it comes to this. So what exactly that means is that panel we made back in 1986 can be fully functional with our current web and mobile interfaces. So very simply put, there's no need for costly system overhauls for you to enjoy Kantech's current offering. All good so far? There's a little quiet crowd. Can't read that. Okay, so now as our access control industry shifts towards a cloud-based hosted and managed solution, right, access control as a service, RMR, or recurring monthly revenue, is crucial, right? And that's when Kantech came up with Hatrix. We launched it about 14 years, another 14. It's kind of amazing here. You know, it is a game changer, and you do want to be part of this if you're not, right? Was one of the major benefits is that you own your own private cloud environment, right? Now, you know, Homer's going to come up. He's going to talk about Hatrix and some other exciting features we have. I'm not going to steal his thunder away from him wherever he went off to. But, you know, it is exciting. You think, right, where we've come from, you know, where we're at today, and where we're moving globally into the future. So before we get to the real meat of the presentation, some exciting news. Our website's getting a fresh new look and feel. I can't wait to unveil it to you. Come on, just not today, right? But while we're finishing up those tweaks, you know, and we're polishing it up and doing that final makeover, there's still a fantastic resource available to everyone here, and that's called the Kantech Support Portal. So I know it's a little tough to see, but just show this. Hey, who's registered? All right. What do you think that is? About 1% of people? Maybe somewhere, 90%? I know there's a lot of hands going up online, so thank you for that. So for those of you not familiar, think of the support portal as a one-stop shop for Kantech support. A lot of great valuable information. I'm not going to go through every single benefit. I want to touch on a few. The first one being product details, right? You can find all your Kantech manuals, all your Kantech documentation. You can find specifications for our consultant and A&E communities. I think some troubleshooting, all things available product. Now, the next one I like, slow here, knowledge sharing. So think of this, well, how about this? First, this is in its infancy still, right? Think of this as a blog. You can interact with other Kantech people in a, right, the regular Kantech community in a forum. Ask questions, ideas, learn from others. It is and it will be a valuable resource. Like I said, it is in its infancy, and as it matures, it will get better, and that's where I rely on all of you here, attendance with me, and everybody online, to actually add things to our forum, so we can start gathering more and more information. Next one's learning resources. So comprehensive video library of all of our webinars. So this webinar will be posted, you know, as well as explainer videos. I think there's some training sessions on there, some commercials we make, so all things, you know, things of that sort for Kantech. Oh, jumped ahead. There was that one hiccup we thought we were going to have today. It just happened to be me. All right, so the next one I want to talk about actually isn't a bullet point here. It's the live chat support. Right, so now you don't have to wait on that tech support music. You can log into the portal, go to live chat, get quick to questions. And you know, if the question does require a more detailed explanation or a detailed discussion, you can even schedule with a higher level technical expert. It's so quiet in here. So I wasn't asking for applause. Just, you know, let's move it up a little bit. So the nice thing is you don't have to wait for through the website to be right. right? You can start using that Kantech support portal now. So just scan the QR code. It'll take you to the registration page. I'm going to leave it up for a few more seconds. But during today's presentation, if you do have any questions at all, we'll probably field some questions live in the audience. But put them in the chat. We have Will Bouchard, who is our Eastern Regional Sales Manager for Canada. He's going to be typing away at a feverish pitch, right? Answering all your questions in French and in English. So if he gets stumped, a big deal. At the end of the presentation, we're going to do a panel discussion or leadership insight, discussing some topics we typically hear or questions we get asked during presentations, as well as answering some of those other questions with the time remaining. All right, everybody good? All right. So with all that being said, right, sit back, relax, get ready to be wowed by some game-changing products that will change your routine. Right, over the next hour and a half or so, we're going to unveil everything new to Kantech, as well as some exciting offers from our partners. So with that, it's now my pleasure to turn it over to Tom, Gift of Christos. Good job, buddy.
Hey guys, Jason, one big announcement.
Oh, I did, you're right.
Stay till the end.
Yes, stay till the end. We're going to have a special promotion. I know we talked about that earlier, but the cameras weren't on yet. So stay to the end. We're going to have a great promotion, save you some money on some Kantech gear. But if you don't have that promo code, you're not going to be able to get it.
Stay till the end. If you leave too early, too bad for you.
So
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you very much, Jason Edler. I had a jacket on also, but they told me to remove it because the mic was interfering. I'm going to stay back here. All right, guys. So, guys, thank you for Kantech Innovation Showcase. We're very excited to have everybody around the world and everyone here live in audience showcasing everything. I joined approximately 19 years ago when I was back in grammar school learning my ABC. I joined Kantech and started working, developing stuff and working with everybody. And we started off and using dial-up and KLA-1000 for some of us here in the room that knows what it is. And then we went to IP and USBs and so on. And we are evolving. We're going to the next step. We spent 20, 30 years building up Kantech to a cool user experience. You're going to see throughout the journey, the next step, we're going to build a cool ecosystem and an ultimate user experience. Not even at user experience anymore. We want to go to the ultimate user experience, right? So join me. We're going to go through the journey of what is the next 10 years of years going on. Are you guys excited? Yeah. All right. Perfect. So, Enterpass 871 is available. Now, it is available on the website on Kantech.com. All right, guys, welcome to the Enterprise 871 release. It is available. It is a big release for us. We're very excited to have it available on the website. And as Jason said, you can go on the support portal and get it directly from there. Logins, because you're all certified technicians out there. And it is available for social, corporate, global, and it's all available for you guys to download. All available. You can go and download it right now and start upgrades at this particular moment. But if you do that, guess what happens? You will lose the promo code at the end. Wait and start downloading it at the very end. Now, Enterpass 871 has plenty of new features, but I want to focus on a few key major ones that we have available on our platform. So the first one is the IO Smart Gen 2 readers. Our new IO Smart Gen 2 readers, yes, that's a round of applause.
The reason I said that.
Our IO Smart readers have been around for many years, and now we're launching the second generation readers. They've been everywhere. We see how they've been installed, and we're launching the next platform. We just didn't make them new readers. We actually put a lot of new hardware because I truly believe that this reader is a yes reader. What's a yes reader? when you guys call me and you say, can IOSmart do this? The answer is yes, right? It's not just the reader. It's an ecosystem that runs everything around us. So if you have smart cards, mobile credentials, anything you want, and a lot of things that Homer and I with Jason, you will see the IOSmart is the ecosystem of our platform. Okay? So when you build a smart reader, that route. Everything we do is about experience and the ecosystem. We leverage user experience. The readers are visually nice. Don't like them? Well, you can leave. No, I'm just kidding. They're visually nice, so we didn't physically change for many reasons. We don't want our customers to replace the reader, upgrade to Gen 2 readers to take advantage of everything. So we have new models that are available, single gang, multi-tech with keypad. We've increased, we made them faster, we made them better, we've increased the read range. The range is significantly much bigger on the IOSmart readers. Now, we've also realized one thing. How do we make the physical reader become more user experience, more beneficial to you guys? We realized through all the sales we had of IOSmart, a lot of people buying multi-keypad readers, right? Now, these multi-keypad readers were not being used for the multi-technology aspect, but just the keypad only. So we realized people were buying the highest end reader just to use a smart card and a two new reader keypads, smart card only with keypad. We're reducing keypad costs by making it significantly cheaper because now you don't have to pay multi-technology and making our jobs or installs more efficient and more cost savings for our customers. If you guys like that, that's more savings for our customers. You guys can pass along. Now, we've also added the next step to our reader, which is our OSDP protocol. Yes, all our readers do Wiegand, that's for sure. We also have OSDP that is now native along with the Kantech RS45. One second, guys. So we have the Kantech RS45 technology built into the smart reader, along with OSDP and along with Wiegand. Now, the benefit of all this is on the reader. You don't have a specific reader. So now you don't have to take 16 characters, change a number and a letter, and then go through distribution and get the wrong one, change it. All the readers, everything on them. Now, you can use the Kantech RS45 with the Kantech controller. It gives you the ability to have everything encrypted from end to end on the Kantech controller. Take advantage of all the bells and whistles of the Kantech system. Now, if you're using OSDP, you can use that on a non-inferior access control system, because obviously is you can use the Kantech RS45. If not, use OSDP. So the reader is not to be replaced at the end. We use it for any kind of access control system. Again, we don't want to tie the customer based on hardware. We want the customer to like Kantech of the user experience. Hey, that's a good product. It does work, and it's pretty cool to work with. Also, if you're leveraging the RS45 cards and readers, you can have end-to-end encryption. You can encrypt the card all the way to the, so you can actually have the IoT end-to-end encryption from the card all the way to the controller and to the Enterpass controller down to the IT device, all in one platform. Now the benefit of no aspect of the card is actually decrypted all the way to Enterpass. You can see what's in the card until the controller needs it, and obviously inside to the controller encrypted. Also, we do have mobile credentials that we can use on the platform. So you can use Enterpass Go for our mobile credentials to be able to use our Enterpass Go to tap the card on the phone, actually, on the reader to actually enter it. And that's encrypted, 256-bit encryption, extra encryption. Right? It's a lot of encryption, guys, above and beyond. We have two formats. We can't just build a reader and have no format out there. We have the ability of having multiple formats that are added to the access control now. We have our standard IO Smart readers that we can use, right? That's our standard IO Smart SSF encrypted cards that we've been using forever. And we have our MyFair and CSN and DESFire cards that we've been using. That's all cool. Now it's available to readers also. What we've also added is HID iClass CSN support. Look at that. Now go there. I don't have to explain it. They already know what this is. It's perfect. The iClass CSN and iClass use on our platform evolve the customer from a platform to an IO Smart, right? Rip and replace all the possible cards. We can actually use the existing cards and migrate the customer into a good user experience. Nobody wants to rip and replace 4,000, 5,000 cards in one shot, right? So we can evolve them into IO Smart technology. Now, if you want to use the HID Pro multi-tech, we can still use HID Pro and IO Prox technologies. Now, further all with the IO Smart readers connected over RS-485, we can use communication capacity to control all aspects of the control thing of the reader if we want in there. Now, the advantage of this is what? That we can do more upgrades on the readers, if you wish, all from within Entrapass. The days of going around with a little module, plugging it in, 45 or USB, Bluetooth, all those things are gone. Right? Now, what do we have? We Entrapass, we push down the firmware, and we take advantage of all the. We also have statuses that we can use on our platform, like low batteries or trouble or tampers, right? One of the things I like about the tamper is what? That if somebody tampers the reader off the wall, I get an event. And if I have exact integration into my solution, right, the Entrapass system tied to Exact Vision, what can I do? I can actually have the video seeing the guy rip the reader off the wall and take action appropriately using my Entrapass Go to see all that video or even get a picture if I want from my Entrapass Go system. Makes it very simple and easy to work with when we have a total solution for it. And we can change the aesthetics of our readers. We can change the reader colors if we want. We can change the keypad settings on our platform. If I have a blue building, well, guess what? I can have a blue LED stripe, right? So all these are configurable on the IO Smart Gen 2 reader. And we'll leave the IO Smart Gen 2, take a little break for now, because we'll see a bit later more things that it can do. You guys like this? Yeah. All right. All right. The next device is the kt-ncc. Now, the kt-ncc, just so you guys know, celebrates 20 years with Kantech. I joined and we started selling it back in primary school, right? Together right next to me learning the alphabet. So, the kt-ncc, for the people that don't know this, is our workhorse for our global platform, our enterprise level solutions that we have with our large customers. It allows for anti-passback. It allows for mustering, parking control, all the big cool stuff we can work with on our system. We can use a kt-ncc. Now, the kt-ncc is deployed for every single site. So if I have 10 sites, 10 buildings, I deploy 10 kt-nccs. Now, there's a lot of horsepower running on this kt-ncc. Our first kt-ncc is retired, and we're proud to launch the new kt-ncc Gen 2. Now, it was just not a hardware refresh. It had substantial upscaling. substantial changes done to the kt-ncc to optimize the user customer experience, right? We want to fix all the reloads and all the cool stuff. Colossal. Thank you, Homer. Colossal. Colossal upscaling on the platform. Now, if you guys know what the kt-ncc had, it had 7 connections. Now, it has a whopping 32 connections on the kt-ncc. Obviously, I can't count live, but that's at least 5, 6 times more, right? It can do a total of 512 doors on the platform per kt-ncc. Remember, every NCC is a building. How many of you guys install 512 doors in one particular site? Not that many, right? Now, it gives you 32 total loops. You can go IP, and you can go USB also, direct connections over RS-485. The next thing we did on the kt-ncc is we maximized the RS-485 speed. Now, this one I know, it's mathematically 6 times faster than the existing RS-485 communication of the kt-ncc. That's a lot. So imagine, what does that mean? All your controllers should reload 6 times faster than they were doing before. So if you have a lot of cards, calculate this. Take your times of calculation, divide that by 6, and that's how fast your reload will be. That's pretty cool, right? Now, so if we just did that, some people will be happy. But Phil said, no, we're going to go further. So we're actually launching something else on the kt-ncc called optimized reloading. What does that do? The kt-nccs now get only the cards that belong to that kt-ncc. If you have 100,000 cards in your database, and you have many, many kt-nccs, every NCC only gets the active cards that belong to that kt-ncc for that particular building. If you don't have access to that kt-ncc or those doors, guess what happens? You're not loaded in there. We did tests with our customers, and we saw a performance increase of reloads. And I can't tell you the real number of 97%. I'm going to tell you 90% because marketing told me to downscale it a bit, right? So, get it? You got that one? Right? So a 90% reload performance increase on our large customers when you have multiple NCCs, because we realize when you have 70, 80,000 cards, there's only 500 people, 2,000 people in a particular building, right? One of the benefits of the reload of that is that every controller now only gets the cards that are in that kt-ncc. So there's only 3,000 cards in your kt-ncc, and you're reloading 6 times faster. Your reloads are done in minutes, right? Now, another thing with the kt-ncc is that we took it on a dedicated hardware being built on the KT1 platform. So we took the KT1 controller that's been around, which is trusted, and you guys know this, right? We took the hardware, we changed the firmware, and we made it a kt-ncc. What does that mean? We leveraged the trusted hardware, and we took all the horsepower and made that into a kt-ncc. We redesigned it internally to leverage and optimize the kt-ncc. But we left you guys with some goodies. We left you PoE on it. So now you can power your kt-ncc over PoE. No more batteries, no more transformers, none of that stuff. Everything is now PoE. Or if you don't like that, you can go over 12 volts DC power if you guys wish. That pretty cool? Yeah. On our next journey to the ultimate user experience is something I like to call no customers left behind. And you'll see this in a few places. No customer left behind. Now, it feels like, no, everybody has to upgrade. Yes, let's make it easy for them to upgrade. So what do we have? We built a one-step migration from a kt-ncc Gen 1 to a kt-ncc Gen 2 without having to reprogram anything inside the kt-ncc. A little drop down, you make it a kt-ncc number 2, automatically everything migrates over. Now the cool part of all this is we're now reprogramming our doors. We're now reprogramming our platform. We're changing it at the engine, right? So all your APIs, all your access levels, all your reports all stay the same. So it's not a full retest of your entire platform. There's some good in the audience. Good, very good. So it's easy for you guys to migrate because we're just changing the engine. The car is all the same for you guys, which is downstream, right? So that's one of the benefits of this. Also, it's a plug-and-play solution because you don't have to test your setup because, as I said, the access levels are all there. Now, what about you guys, the field technicians? You're going to go there and have an old kt-ncc sitting there working hard for 20 years. So what do we have now? We also build you guys a retrofit kit. We build you a kit. It's a metal plate that you take out the old kt-ncc, slide the new kt-ncc in, and start using it right away. We even give you a little sticker that you're going to put on the door, so this when the field tech checks, he knows where the reset stuff are and all the jumpers, right? Replacing a cabinet for the same one isn't actually worth anything. It's a lot of work for nothing. And those cables that have been sitting there for years upon years are dry, right? They're brittle. So we want to keep you the same cables as you had before. Is that pretty exciting? All right. Let's go on to our journey, to the next step. So as I was going down in high school, right? Get it? I met the KT2, right? The KT2 is one of our newest controllers that we have, and I'm not here to innovate you on the KT2 because we already know it. It's been around for 2 years. Just in case, though, you never heard of it, not good for us. We are, little problems with the PowerPoint there. So we built the kt-ncc on a future technology. It's built on the KT1 trusted technology. It is built to work with the KT1 in tandem, giving you 2 doors, 4 readers with IO Smart. Now remember, it's a 2-door system, entry, exit, if you're using IO Smart readers and IO Smart cards. So 4 readers, 2 doors, or 2 regular doors if you're using other subpar readers out there, all right? Now, it is future built, and it has built-in Wi-Fi and a built-in Ethernet port. It also has standard PoE, like the KT1. So if you don't want to put a power supply or a transformer, you could power it over PoE. But I'm not here to talk about the actual KT2. I'm here to talk about the KT2 migration, the next level of what's going to happen next. We have countless KT300s that I met in my first year of high school that have been going around since 1996 or something, right? So that's all the years of KT300s we have around. Now, we want you guys to be able to migrate, to take advantage of all the new features that are available with the KT2 without the hassle of ripping, replacing, all that stuff, and reprogramming. Who wants to reprogram controllers in Enterpass? There you go. Not Alex, that's for sure, right? So the the KT2 was built as a direct replacement for the KT300. One of the benefits of this is that you don't have to go do a service call to find out what the guy has or the lady has in their platform before migrating to a KT2. If you have a KT300, you just replace it with a KT2. Same RS-485 terminals, same inputs, same outputs, just more of everything, and obviously all the new features. So the advantage of that is you don't have to do a service call to find out what he actually has and do the calculations of the platform, what's going on, right? It's a direct replacement of our system. That's step number 1. The next step is, guess what? A software migration. I told Kefil, we're going to replace all these controllers. You're going to have to give me some kind of migration tool. So within Enterpass, you have a little drop down. You can make a KT300 into, guess what? A KT2, drop down, no reprogramming, no access levels to be changed, no reports. You get the story now, right? The benefit of you guys is a little drop down. You click on it, press save, type in the new MAC address, and we're pretty much done. It's a little wizard for the platform, saving you countless hours, all your inputs, all your outputs, your custom SmartLink tasks that Patrick loves to do. All that stuff is actually taken care of because it's the same ID, same access level pin, all the same stuff for you guys, right? And guess what? We have a metal plate for you. right? We have a retrofit kit that you can go take off the KT300, put a metal plate right behind it, plug in the KT2, put the sticker on the wall, and use the same cables. You don't have to re-drill, you don't have to re-cabinet, you don't have to do anything on the KT2 to get it installed. Same as the kt-ncc, you can migrate it over. Any questions, guys? You guys like this so far? I'm almost done. I have like 193 more slides. Don't worry. The next controller or next item on our journey is our KT4. We're proud to announce that we have a KT4. Now, very good. Thank you, Alex. Now, the KT4 is the next level to the KT400. So our KT400 went on a diet, lost 2 zeros, and became the KT4. Get it? Very good. So the KT4 is as the same layout, same pinouts, you'll see in a few seconds, as the KT400. So let me tell you from front, there's no plates. You can replace the controllers, same layout, same pins, same everything for you guys. So what does the KT4 do for us? It is a 4-door controller, 8-reader with IO Smart. You can do 4 doors entry-exit or 4 doors regular. If you're using, obviously, IO Smart, you get the 8-reader advantage of our KT4. It has all the 16 inputs, all the 4 relays, like the KT4 that we have, or 400 that we have, right? But we're also adding something really cool, is a gigabyte encrypted Ethernet. So no more 100 base T. We're going 1,000 base T, which is the fastest Ethernet cable out there, which is a gigabyte, right? Available for us on our controllers. Reloads are faster, communications faster, everything is a bit faster, right? And it's still encrypted with our Kantech controllers out there. Pretty cool? Yeah. All right. Now, I told you guys, I truly believe in the no customer left behind journey, right? We want to build the ultimate user experience, and all our customers from day one all the way to now can take advantage of this. Why? Because we believe that no customer is actually left behind, because we can migrate our KT400 into a KT4 with a drop-down in the Kantech software, right? And it's backwards compatible with all existing versions of Entrapass that support the KT400. So if you want to start promoting your upgrades, right, making it easy to go to the next level, but you can't upgrade yet, no problem. Take your KT4, your state-of-the-art 2024 controller, and put it in your 1996 Entrapass. As long as it supports in KT400, you can start using your KT4. I don't know about how many manufacturers out there go backwards compatibility, not forwards, right? Or tell you after 2-3 years, rip and replace the hardware. No, none of that stuff. Our controllers work backwards for our customers. Now, if you want, not excited about that one? Or you guys? Nobody here? Good. Right? Obviously, we want our customers to be able to upgrade, take advantage of all the new stuff, but we understand it takes time and stuff. So this is why we made it backwards compatible for you guys to simplify your journey. It's all about the user experience. Now, if you want to take advantage of all the new stuff, you'll have to upgrade to 871 because our KT4 has more power on the locks. Yes, more power for your locks, for your mag locks, and all the cool stuff. Also, yes, you read it well, it has an AC and DC main power. So I know we all know you guys love our AC transformers. So when we built the KT4, we actually gave you the ability of having DC power on it. And guess what? It's the same terminals as the AC plug-in. Now, before I get too techy, because they're going to pull me out, it's DC revolt. You could change the plus and minus on your KT4 power. So even if you mix up the plus and minus, guess what? The controller figures it out for you. So you can't really break this thing, right? Well, you could try, but don't. Now, to leverage our ultimate experience for our KT4, we wanted to make it cost efficient for you guys, but future proof. So what did we do? We made an optional Wi-Fi module because we realized if you have 30 of these or 40 of these, do you need to buy Wi-Fi for all of them in a network closet? Probably not, unless you want to do Wi-Fi everywhere. That's your choice. Then put it. If not, you can put the first controller over Wi-Fi, RS-45 the rest of the controllers, saving you a lot of money because you don't have to buy the Wi-Fi chip. Yes, Daniel? He's really shocked about that one. Nice. So we want to give you a cost-efficient user experience without penalizing you if you want all the bells and whistles, right? Big advantages here. And soon, we'll have an optional PoE module. Same thing. Yes. So if you want everything wired by power, use the DC or our award-winning AC transformers. Or you can do PoE if you want on our Kantech controllers. Obviously, PoE++ if you want to take advantage of all the bells and whistles of the KT4. Now, before we go on, we have our guest speaker, Mr. Edler, that has to come on stage. And I'm going to give the microphone. Now, before, we would like to introduce you guys to the KT4. You could show it because...
Oh, you want to see it? It's real, right? There's no doubt it exists.
Not only is it real, guess what? It's available now.
Yes, hello. Hello. Which one do you want? Oh, the great handoff. Thanks. So we have a lot of stock available. The KT4, it's ready to go. It's in our MSRP. Distribution has the product ready. Yes. Got it now? Okay. It's my bad. So let me move over here one. Come on. All right. So we're going to let Tom get a drink of water. Right? A lot of talking right there. But it's great. You see 871, right? A lot of features and benefits coming out with the program. Great conversion or migration tool, right, from a KT300 to move to the KT2. New IOSmart readers, right? New IOSmart readers in the lineup, as well as new added features and benefits with the current IOSmart family as a whole, right? You've got NCC out there for our enterprise installations, for our large global installs. I mean, the new KT4, we just saw it, right? Live in real time. So, the first partner I want to talk about today has been a real miss in the Kantech portfolio for a number of years. Would anybody care to guess what it is? No? No one knows? Power, right? Power. How have we forgot power all these years? So we're partnering with Life Safety Power to bring a modern, more powerful solution into the Kantech portfolio. We've actually got Keith Kober, who's the Senior Director of Sales, in attendance with us in here tonight. So if you guys want to talk to him a little later, please come by and say hello. So by replacing our legacy multi-door enclosures with LSP's advanced power solution, we're going to get a lot more benefits than we had previously. Come on, that first one being a more modern design, right? A sleek aesthetic look, complements any space. I mean, if you used our multi-door enclosure before, it's a little skinny, right? It's hard to get your hands in there. So a lot of space in these panels for us to work with. When it comes to flexibility, right, you can choose just a standard power supply. I just want power for my locks, that's it. You know, or you can move up to a next level and get a power supply with a board in the back that you can actually mount Kantech controllers into, right? You can power, let's say, you know, nice raceway inside, nice clean aesthetic look. Correct? So, let's go to the next one. So, wide compatibility. So this supports all your KT1s, your KT2s, your KT4s, right? Powers all your panels. Powers your Kantech IOSmart readers. You know, powers your Kantech, request to exit, T-Rex, request to exit motions. Powers all your locks. And we have multiple configurations. We can do up to 16 doors total. inside in one enclosure. Now, I know what you're thinking. I already see it in Mario's face. I've got a 400. What do I do? Well, no problem. As Tom said, right, KT400, same exact footprint. Same screw holes, same size, everything. So technically, we could put a KT400 inside life safety enclosure. But the KT1 and the KT2 and the KT4 all run off of what? DC power. Thank you. Right, so that KT400, as Tom alluded to, the award-winning transformer, you'll have to find another means to supply some power to that 400. But, yeah, what? Oh, well, there's a couple more. There's a couple more. So going back to that legacy multi-door enclosure we had, right? If you've ordered these, you know you've got to piecemeal every single piece in it, right? Battery brackets, panel brackets, things like that. So we've really simplified the ordering process where when you order it, everything's already included, right? And the great thing about this is it's already available and ready to go. It's in our price book, right? And in a few weeks, maybe 5 weeks, it'll be available on LSP's product configurator tool online, right? So now I can drag and drop my panels into enclosure to make a more, I guess, more custom enclosure for my install. When it comes to compliance, we are UL listed. Make sure everybody knows we are UL listed with LSP and Kantech, right? We want to make sure there's a hassle-free installation going on. And yeah, sure, go ahead, Mario, why not? Let's get it going. We need power supply. Oh, so to learn more, just reach out to your area sales manager, contact your manufacturer's rep. We've got Titan in the house. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Right? But better yet, ISC West is in like 3 weeks, right? Come by our booth. We're going to have an LSP power supply powering up a lot of the Kantech stuff inside the booth. Actually look at it. You can touch it, get a full comprehensive demonstration on the power supply itself. Okay? So, come on up, big guy. So now I'm going to turn things over to our next presenter, Homer Enriquez. He's going to talk to you about Hatrix and how you can really differentiate yourself by using Kantech's cloud offering. Homer?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. How's everybody doing? Outstanding. So this is the portion of the presentation covering Hatrix, which is why really everybody's here, right? What is Hatrix? Hatrix is Kantech's cloud-based platform that really has led the industry now. As of maybe a few months ago, we're now the fastest growing cloud-based platform in the world. Nobody comes close. A lot of people think cloud-based access control, well, I put a door in and then they pat you on the butt and you go on your merry way. Hatrix has enhanced that partnership with business consulting, structuring, a lot of business consulting, sales enablement, training, certification, all part of the partnership, so it's not just putting in a cloud-based access control door, and that's what Hatrix is today. We're driving a lot of innovation. So, as Jason alluded to, I just celebrated my 10-year anniversary, very, very pleased about that. When, at that time, Yannick was here with Kantech, and I'm sure a lot of you remember Yannick. We sat down and I asked how we drive innovation as an organization. And he said, at that table, we have 4 seats. We have North America, LATAM, APAC, and EMEA, all parts of the globe. And I said, well, if I come in and take over the platform, Hatrix has to have a seat at that table. So a lot of the innovation that we see today comes directly from the Hatrix partners. And having that direct line to be able to influence how we innovate and how we develop as an organization brings really, really meaningful value to you that you can translate to your partners and position yourselves to have a competitive advantage in the marketplace. So we're very, very, very pleased with what we have coming. So we have some huge announcements to provide for you. Smart Tap for mobile credentials is now available, and it's only available through Hatrix. Yep, that's right. Yeah, so what is Smart Tap? So we have an awesome mobile credential service in Interpass GoPass. You get the application, open it up, you're at your facility, you hit the door and you go in. Really, really great user experience. SmartTap enhances the mobile credential by not having to open up the application. You just get your phone, present it to the reader, and you're in. So it really, really simplifies that process of getting in a door. So now we're combining the best of both worlds, right? Top-notch security through the Kantech product and convenience through SmartTap enhancement for mobile credentials. So it's played a really, really, really nice role. We're seeing a lot of growth here, and it's only available through Hatrix right now. So if you're a Hatrix partner and you're trying to migrate all of those end-user opportunities to the cloud, this is a great value add to that conversation with your opportunities. What else do we have going on with Hatrix? If I'm touting that we drive a lot of innovation through the Hatrix platform, I've got some huge announcements coming up. I think you're going to be amazed with what we're driving forward. The next item we have is multi-language capability. What is that? What does it mean to me? After I tell you what it means to you, that you please remain in your seat and don't come up on stage and try to hug me. Just try to control yourselves. Before multi-language capability has come out, and it's just been released in 8.71, if any platform within the Hatrix world, or anywhere else for that matter, was deployed, whatever my language was that I deployed the servers in, I could have one alternate language. So at the end user level, I could pick one of those two languages. Last I checked, there were a lot more than 2 languages out in the world. Multi-language development, now available through Hatrix, pushes that decision-making process down to the end user level. So now I can deploy my Hatrix platform in English or French or whatever language I speak, and the end user can pick whatever language they want, and it automatically does that translation for them. Yeah. As we continue to grow as an organization, and especially as the access control segment grows with our cloud offering, and not just Hatrix, but our industry as a whole, if we're talking about cloud, we can have end users across the entire globe. So this is a really, really important innovation, I think, that's going to be able to position yourselves to be really, really at the forefront when it comes to those enterprise level deployments where you have offices spread across the globe. Not only that, but last I heard, you can look at all the signs here in Montreal. Y'all spend a lot of money on signs. They're in English and in French, everywhere. So you don't have to worry about having to pick which language within the multi-language capability. You can pick your sign to be all English, all French, or whatever language you speak. So we're really, really pleased and excited about this development. One of the biggest innovations that we're pushing forward that has the industry abuzz right now is what we're about to talk about, and this is probably one of the largest announcements this industry has seen. Hatrix CellNAS. So what is Hatrix CellNAS? How many of you guys have ever had a site that's remote, can't use the network, or there's a lot of challenges working with the IT department, so you have to come in and buy some type of hardware to connect, give you connectivity in some manner? We've all run into those type of situations. Hatrix CellNAS takes that idea and perfects it. There's nothing like this in the world right now. So today, I have to buy hardware. With this Hatrix CellNAS launch, there's no more hardware to purchase. It connects not only Hatrix deployments and access control, but whatever security solutions or software solutions you're deploying that require network connectivity. So it's not just relegated to Hatrix or access control. You can use it for video, for building maintenance, building control, HVAC, whatever you could possibly think of. If you need connectivity, this can provide it for you. Wait, there's more. It's a pure service. Nothing to do at all. You fill out an order form and you wait for it to get there. So we have a lack of resources because you're always spending time to go purchase hardware. You're going to strain more resources by having to configure that device. You're going to spend more resources to having to go set it up, set up the call services or the data services with whatever cell provider you're going to deploy with. All of that's gone. It's one simple order form. It's a simplified ordering process, as I fight with this clicker. So there's zero configuration to do, zero setup to do, zero hardware to purchase. You fill out an order form and it's guaranteed to ship within 3 to 5 days. and it's true plug and play. You put it into power, you hook in your system through the Ethernet port, and you have an online live management portal that you can view live statuses of all your deployed devices. You can do resets remotely, manage your system remotely, you can bill it remotely. So every single thing you can possibly do with no hardware to purchase, 3 to 5 days shipping guaranteed. The ordering process is a simple form. You send it out to hatrixdata@jci.com, and it's going to rest on industry-leading hardware. How does that sound to you guys? Right. What does that really mean to you guys? Because, I mean, everybody claps. That guy, oh, he said something great. It's going to save thousands of dollars for every time you deploy this. And, you know, it's going to cost you a fraction of that. So the value you're going to bring to your end users increases, your profitability and your profit margins increase. Everybody's happy. What type of hardware are we going to use? We've formed a business alliance with the leading manufacturer who leads the world in this type of technology. So as part of this Hatrix CellNAS launch, we have 3 separate public announcements to make, which is really, it's a disruptive technology that's going to really impact the entire industry. And we fully expect to get a lot of clones once everybody sees how this is put together and how we're putting it to marketplace. So the first announcement I'd like to push out is our business alliance for this hardware is with DigiVentus. So I'd like Rick to come out here. I know Rick's here somewhere.
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Couldn't hear my name back there. Oh, thanks, Homer, for the warm introduction. And I'm glad you guys, oh, you did have my picture up there earlier, that cheese ball picture. That is, unfortunately, what I really look like. But
yeah, we tried to use the same suit for your picture. But that's something about that smile on that image that we got from him. So just to give you a quick synopsis before Rick comes in and tells us a little bit about who Digi is and the partnership that we put together. Rick and I think, and Eric started this conversation, gosh, 9 months ago, almost a year ago.
Yeah.
And we've had meetings every single week, and there's been a lot of things that we had to put together in order to come to this point where we can launch this product. So the excitement that we have as an organization, I'm sure with Kantech, Hatrix, and the Digi team, just can't be understated.
yeah.
So we'd love to hear about Digi. I mean, I'm telling them Digi is the greatest for this hardware. How is that true? Tell us about Digi. Tell us a little something about our partnership.
Thanks, Homer. Before we do that, can we take that picture down? You guys okay with it? Awesome. Yeah. No, thank you for that warm introduction. We greatly appreciate it. So, who's excited about CellNAS? I know I am. So as Homer mentioned, he asked me to talk to you a little bit about who Digi is, who the companies are that are behind the scenes, really, sculpting and putting together this program. We're so excited to take part in it. So just a little bit about Digi. So Digi is actually headquartered in Hopkins, Minnesota, been around since 1985, and globally known as a wireless solutions provider for mission-critical applications. And what do I mean by that? So an example of some of the customers that we've worked with historically include New York City Department of Transportation. As you can imagine, the responsibility for network infrastructure and communications for traffic light management and camera solutions, there's a significant amount of reliability that they expect from you. That's part of our journey, that's part of who we are. In the last 3 years, we actually took on a new evolution of our business, recognizing that there was more that we could accomplish if we opened the doors for a fully managed solution offering. And that came along with the acquisition of Ventus Wireless. Ventus Wireless has actually been in business for over 25 years now, offering up a full managed network as a service solution for customers. Really known for uptime and reliability, which is so important. So what does that mean to you? You know, as Homer had mentioned, one of the big things that we're looking at is how we can continue to help behind the scenes. So what we're doing is providing you with a full end-to-end managed solution to enable your teams to provide the communications reliability that your customers deserve, right? And do that in a very timely manner. So how are we doing that? So, as Homer also mentioned, we're providing a true out-of-the-box experience with a cellular modem that's ready to roll. So as soon as you open it up, you light this up, you're able to go and also connect all of your access control systems and all of your security systems. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. Well, one of the things I want to make sure, I think there was a bullet point, and I spoke to the bullet point, but I think I'd like to say something about it because I think the meaning behind that bullet point wasn't properly conveyed previously. So one of the bullet points and selling points of this partnership was no configuration, no setup to do. What does that really mean? So if you were to go try to deploy this type of solution outside of what we put together, you would buy some hardware, you would find a data plan, connect with the cell provider, and it's a process you would go through. Part of the service, when I say no configuration, the ordering process requires the address that you're deploying your solution. Why do we want that? Because it's pre-configured, Digi looks for the best cell provider for that address. So for one particular address in one city, that address, the best cell provider is probably maybe AT&T or T-Mobile, whoever it is. If you're deploying the exact same solution in a different city, it may be Rogers or TELUS or T-Mobile, somebody else. So when we talk about pre-configured, it goes a lot deeper than just somebody spinning up a device and tagging a MAC address and IP to.
Yeah, thanks for that, Homer. Great ad. In fact, you just stole my thunder for the rest of the conversation. No, to Homer's point, you know, the exciting part is what does this solution really do for you? What does it enable, you know, you to accomplish? And what does it take away from some of the challenges that you're facing today? And for me, and this is an outsider looking in, I'm thinking about some of the points that, you know, that were made earlier that Homer was talking about surrounding, you know, having to work with IT management on getting equipment stood up on their networks and what a pain that can be, because sometimes that can take weeks and up to months. Eliminating that and really driving forward with a solution that you can immediately turn up actually provides a much better customer experience. On top of that, if you're not doing that or going through those struggles, if you're actually going through an outsourcing or working with third parties to identify the right cellular router, look for the right carrier, look for the right SIM card, there is an enormous amount of time and investment made in that, and that self-managed solution. Our promise to you is what we're here to do is take all of that, all of those challenges away and provide you with an optimized solution through wireless communications for your end customers. You guys excited about that? So, thank you. So just to wrap up, we're excited about this partnership. I'm calling it a partnership, by the way.
You're on your own, buddy.
In addition to this, we also recognize that there's going to be a number of other applications that are going to come along, right? I mean, you're going to look at things like, okay, well, we've got video enhancements, or we want primary wireless connectivity or network redundancy. In collaboration with the Hatrix team, we've actually been providing a number of different data plans, and we recognize the evolution of where this is going. And we want to continue to provide you with those communications that your customers need and that they desire. So really looking forward to this experience and what we're able to provide to this organization and partnership. And thank you for having me here today.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you. I got goosebumps. So, Business Alliance announcement. Announcement number 2, the service offering. How are we going to put this to marketplace? How is this going to be part of your offering? So our service announcement, we're going to have a lot of different data plans available for you to choose from, depending on your bandwidth and speed requirements of the solutions you're deploying. Right now, if my memory serves me correct, we have a 250 megabyte monthly data plan that if you're just doing access control, it'll handle 50 doors fine with no problem. We also have 2 gig, 5 gig, 10 gig, and we're going to keep expanding that offering. We're also going to start rounding out what we can provide through the Hatrix Data Services CellNAS platform, because this is a brand new channel for us. So as we continue to have those conversations on what your needs are in the marketplace, we're going to make sure we position a solution to meet that need and bring it to the marketplace for you. What else do we have going on? We have a launch that we're looking at right now and announcing to everybody in the world, and apologies if you're outside of North America. Initially, this is only available in the United States and Canada. We will be expanding that to other parts of the world, but you know, we have to crawl before we walk, and we have to walk before we run. So we'll get there as we continue to grow the platform. If you log on to Kantech.com right now, the Hatrix section has completely been redone. So now there's a section for managed service providers, there's a section for end users, and there's a brand new section just for Hatrix CellNAS. So when I'm talking about a robust channel, we're investing a lot of time and resources to make sure we spin up something that's meaningful in a 360-degree aspect. So how are you going to become a Hatrix CellNAS partner? We're also on the third announcement. We're launching a brand new channel, which is the Hatrix CellNAS DSP channel. There's a MSP, managed service provider for Hatrix. There's an MSD, managed service dealer, who can partner with an MSP. So now we're going to spin up a brand new channel, which is called the Hatrix Data Services Provider. So if you want to just sell data services, that's all this applies to. So if you're an existing Hatrix MSP or MSD, if there's a contract addendum that went out, you are already positioned to offer this solution. It's just another aspect of what you can already offer. If you don't worry about the doors, or whatever it is you want to do for whatever reason, if you only want to be part of the data services, there's a whole separate contract where you don't have to worry about Hatrix doors or onboarding MSDs. If you're a third party or a central station, you can just offer the data services, and we're going to keep expanding that. So what we're seeing today is just the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot of discussions that have already taken place on a lot of really, really unique and creative applications. So we're really, really excited about the spin up of this new Hatrix DSP channel. What do you guys think? One of the best things about this Hatrix launch, whether you're talking about ordering the solution, deploying it, becoming a DSP, offering it as an existing MSP today, Hatrix CellNAS is live now. So, I'm sure you guys have no idea what's in the innovation roadmap. I would like to go ahead and ask Jason Edler and Tom Giftakristos to come up on stage and give us a little insight as to what we're going to see next on our innovation roadmap.
Hey guys.
Thank you guys.
We're back. Thank you, Homer.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. Thanks for making my slides 5 minutes shorter. Guys, I got so excited before I had to change shirts. All right? All right. They're on sale, Kantech.com. No, I'm kidding. All right. So on our journey to the next decade, right? So we saw what's coming up now with 871. What is our R&D group working next, right? What is the next date? As I go to university now, right? Because I'm involving my education from before. What is the next decade of Entrapass? What do we want to do next? As I told you guys, the IO Smart Reader is one of our key roadmap, or key pillars of our platform. So we want to see how we can expand the vision of Kantech, right? This is the next few years, the next few times, right? As we see as we go along. I'll go twice too fast. So how does Kantech expand its door footprint? How do we get more doors, more user experience in our platform? Right? We can make more controllers and more stuff we want. But at the end of the day, we want to leverage the ultimate user experience. And how do we do this? we are going to be going with Salto integration directly into Entrapass. Take a moment to sink in, and you can start clapping now. Now, some other people have Salto integration. We just want to build Salto integration. That was too easy. When we build Salto integration, we build it with the ultimate user experience in mind. All right? How did we do that? A complete Kantech and Entrapass front end. If you didn't know Salto existed, you would not know that it exists. It's all built into Entrapass. Your doors, everything looks inside Kantech. So for your customer, guess what? There's not much more training. A door is a door. An access level is an access level. It's all blended into one. So you buy your Salto space server, you buy your locks, you configure them, right? And then you just import them into Kantech. No double programming, none of that stuff. And obviously, we'll be offering Salto locks through the Kantech portfolio. Pretty cool? Now, it's not about just putting the front end, because we want to expand the Entrapass ecosystem, right? Kantech is the front end. It belongs to everything. We have our Exact Vision. We have our DAC all plugged into Kantech. Now we're adding Salto as a front end. And again, for Hatrix also. And we have door actions and door statuses. If you have online Salto locks, you can unlock those doors. You actually get battery trouble and battery percentage. Something space doesn't actually even do. We actually tell you how much battery is left inside the platform, inside the actual lock itself. Cool? Also, don't clap too much. Let me finish this one. Entrapass events, Salto events are all coming live into Entrapass. So now all your events are in Entrapass. What can we do with that? Run reports, pop-ups, video triggers, right? Entrapass is becoming an ecosystem where we can leverage that Exact Vision I was telling you guys about before. Now we can have a Salto lock cause a video recording on Exact Vision being popped up in Entrapass automatically. That's pretty exciting. Now, here's the thing. We're not going to stop there, right? We check with Salto, and we think we're the only ones that can do this, or if somebody else can do it, probably smaller, it doesn't matter, right? But we're the best at this. We are proud to announce that we want to have one card, one interface for both, using the IO Smart Card. So yes, you can use your IO Smart Card, not only on Entrapass, that was a given, on IO Smart Readers, but also on Salto locks. So you can do data on card on the IO Smart cards. But there's more. We can use the IO Smart card and reader for encoding and updating. So we can leverage our IO Smart readers to do Salto encoding and Salto updating of the card. So now you can attach that IO Smart reader on your Kantech controller, take advantage of all the features of the Kantech controller, from double swiping, from arming and disarming, and all the things we know about Entrapass and the IO Smart Reader, and now use it for updating Salto cards. How is that simple? Right? No readers that are different. So we really want to take advantage of that one card, one platform, building the ecosystem. So when the software comes out, firmware upgrade on our Gen 2 readers, whoop, now you have Salto integration. Simple? Good. Now, the next one, I really like this one. We've heard you guys for many, many years, right? It's so big, it has its own slide. Card access groups. Card access groups are now, yes, wait for it, linked to cards. Yes? Now, there you go. Ah. Go back, go back. So link to cards. We can now link, if we want, a card access group to a card. So when you have multiple sites, multiple locations, you build your card access group like before, and you assign it directly to a card. When you update that card access group, guess what happens? The actual card gets updated automatically. You don't have to do batch operations and card types, all that stuff. But we're also adding door exceptions to it in a template. So now you can do your door exceptions to your card access groups. Again, some of the customers that have a lot of doors are like, oh, this is really cool. I really like that. I like that personally because I've seen it over the years how it can get. You guys like this one? Yeah. Now, good. The next one is how do we enhance the power of Hatrix? So Homer showed you some cool stuff about Hatrix LNAS, and we talk about the evolution and all that stuff. How do we talk about the next step? What are the next 10 years of Hatrix? We're really proud to announce that we're going to be having a Hatrix migration tool. I go, what is that? This will allow you to port over any Hatrix account to another Hatrix MSP. And I'll get that back in the detail in a second. We'll be able to port over an Enterprise system, special, corporate, or global, into a Hatrix account with no reprogramming of any controller. So yes, I heard that, there you go. All those customers that have Enterprise systems that want to take advantage of the cloud, but the labor of reprogramming everything is high. Well, guess what? You make a backup, whoop, into the cloud, build your account, and also guess what? You don't have to send a tech on site to factory reset the controllers. You'll move over your controllers into the account automatically from that system automatically that you want. So again, you'll be there for a few hours, but no reprogramming your entire platform, no testing everything all over again. All your SmartLink tasks, Patrick, are gonna go whoop into the cloud, into your SmartLink. I think Danielle really likes that one. Yes? Yeah. So the hours upon hours of migrating and reprogramming customers are all gone. We can move one customer into an account if we want. And for our MSPs, when you guys grow and you have a lot of accounts, you can sell them to another MSP without having to move over stuff. If you want to change Hatrix providers, well, guess what? You're not tied to that MSP anymore, right? You have the benefit of moving all these accounts over to different systems. Gives you an expanded portability. Any questions? There's more. Enterprise is going to expand its ecosystem even further. We're going further. So we have, what do we have so far? We have ExactVision with video integration, pop-ups, alarms, video notifications, Enterprise Go, all that stuff we have. We love those, right? We have our DAC integration for arming and disarming with our Power Series Pro and Neo, where everybody can reduce false alarms using the IO Smart Card. We're adding Salto to the integration. And now we're also going to be adding BACnet integration to Enterprise. Yeah. Thanks, Rafael. It's going to be an Enterprise-led BACnet integration where you can take a Kantech event, empty area, for example, as people leave the room, right? As you all go home, we could turn off the lighting controls, HVAC, all plugged into Enterprise if we want, and all controlled through the platform of the BACnet integration. Along with that, you get ExactVision BACnet integration. So you can have a control on your ExactVision that will trigger a BACnet control command for it. Pretty cool? Yeah. Good. And the next one, we're not done, guys. We're going on. Phil promised me a lot of things, and I'm showing them all, right? He said yes, I said okay, we're going with it. All right. The next one, the most anticipated panel refresh ever in Kantech's history. Now,
what is it, Tom?
You think it's we did a KT1, we have the KT2, we have the KT4. Is it a KT8? No.
Is it?
I don't know. No KT8. We are proud to announce, you guys ready for it? What do you guys think it is? One more slide. You got stuck. Introducing our next generation Kantech telephone entry system.
All right, how about this?
We actually brought one. And Jason can do a little demo, pressing buttons if he wants, move stuff around. It's a really functional unit. Pretty cool? Yeah. Thank you.
Homer took it from me.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what's going on.
So, we're also adding to the KTS above and beyond all the telephone entry stuff that we all need, which is a one-door controller, telephone entry. We're adding a video tenant app. So you can call your tenant, he can see you on his app, and unlock that front door. Or the back door, or the side door, whatever you're allowed unlocking. As a tenant, you can unlock that door for the system, all within the Enterpass platform. Pretty cool? Yeah. Yes. We're adding to this, obviously, next generation technology using voice over IP and SIP compliance lines, right? The POT lines, tip and ring, those are old school. Nobody has them anymore, so we can go future tech with voice over IP. And a lot more features. One of them that I really like is the visitor QR code, where if, as a tenant, you have a person, a visitor, that comes often to your house, instead of ringing you every time, or it's your grandma, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, she has a flip phone, she can't understand what smart technology is, you can actually send her a QR code.
BlackBerry.
Yes,
Blackberry.
thank you, BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I thought we cut that one. If you have a BlackBerry and you can't bring up QR codes, you can print it if you want or show whatever on the screen, and that QR code will grant you access to your door, right? So as a visitor, you could control how long, how many days, and it's tied to you as a tenant. So your visitor came in, and the tenant does all this. Also, we heard you for many years. We're going to tie the tenants and the cardholders together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
That one is pretty cool. They liked it so much, we didn't have to tell them to applause.
That's how it happens sometimes. It's a little
So it is.
natural.
So you guys excited about all these? Yeah. Perfect. I'll leave you guys with Jason. I got to change again. I got so excited.
What? With me? I don't have enough hands for everything. Well, real quick, one nice thing on this, right? You don't have to download an app. It'll just call your phone directly. But also, if we go across here, we can see a full tenant experience that goes on. So you could sell advertisements on it. You could say there's maybe a barbecue going on at the community center, things like that. So something we've talked about for, I guess, 9 years. So this is the only 14 I don't have to talk about on this one. This has been a 9-year project, it feels like. Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.
What do we have next? Ah, yes, ISC is coming up. So, the 10th through the 12th, as we see. Come by and see us at the booth, 18033. If you're not registered and you want to go, QR code here will take you to a free registration, so you don't have to pay for additional, additional seat to actually go to the show. But also on top of that, coming up, is some Hattrick sales trainings. So I'm not going to give away the secret sauce of what we do, but we go well above and beyond just standard product training and actually teach you how to sell a service, because it is something, kind of different in the industry, I'd say, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is a differentiator, and we want to make sure you're going out and you have as much knowledge as you have, or as you can, in order to sell the features.
Yeah, the majority of time, historically in our industry, when you've ever heard a manufacturer say, hey, we'd like to come out to your office and do some sales training, that's not what happens. They come out and they give you product training. So about 20% of the entire Hattrick sales training course is product, because you have to know the parts and pieces that are put together. But we actually teach our partners how to sell, how to speak cloud, how to sell and transition your team from selling a product to selling a service, and how to be successful. We have Hattrick sales training courses that are going to be scheduled up and down the West Coast of the United States and in all parts of Canada. Will also be, thanks to Solo Group in LATAM, we'll be pushing out Hattrick sales training in the Caribbean and also in Santiago, Chile. So we're starting to expand our reach, expanding where we go. The results we're seeing from it is just incredible.
I said I'm not going to tell them the secret sauce of what we do, and then you came right up here and told them exactly what we're going to do.
That's just what the secret sauce was named.
Oh,
I
is that
didn't
it?
tell
You're the
them
secret sauce?
ingredients.
Is Homer the secret sauce? Okay, for the next section, leadership insights. So like I said in the beginning of the presentation, few questions we get a lot asked of when we do things like this. So we just want to address a few of these. So we all have a nice wardrobe change going on. Very nice. So the first question, what's the advantage of owning a private cloud? So I guess, Homer, if you want to start us out on this one.
I'm really, really honored. When you look at the cloud access control marketplace in our industry, they're all exactly the same except Hatrix. We're the only cloud-based platform that gives you complete 100% ownership of the software, 100% ownership of the private cloud, and 100% ownership of the database. So that ownership equates to full control. There have been countless times, and I mean countless, and the reasons are as varied as you can possibly imagine, where one manufacturer, the manufacturer, has taken an end user away from an integrator and given them to somebody else. How are you not going to protect your end user relationships that you've worked so hard to build? What we put forth is branded for you, logoed for you, color schemed for you. When your end users push the drop-down button, it's not the number, the 1-800 to the manufacturer, it's the 1-800 number to your office. So protecting that customer relationship and promoting your brand is really the centric theme behind Hatrix. That reduces a lot of risk, protecting those end user relationships. I mean, who wants to have somebody else come into your platform and say, oh, well, you need a couple of doors added when they call the 1-800 number manufacturer? Not a problem. Here are the list of all the people, integrators in your area that resell our solution. What happened to your relationship? It's gone, right? So that reduction of risk is really, really important.
I think that's a great point, man, because being able to skin this with your own brand is really a huge differentiator of what we offer compared to others in the marketplace that are talking about cloud-based access control.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about competitive advantage.
All of that equals a competitive advantage.
Well, there you go. That's very,
I purposely didn't say anything because really what I just said and what you see on the screen really speaks for itself. There's nobody else that does it, and having that differentiator and the partners here, part of that, our performance speaks for itself.
It's true, right? Every manufacturer, every private cloud provider can customize their platform to their verticals. So if they want to specialize in one part of it, great. And as customers, you can migrate from a different customer, a different MSP, a different Hatrix provider, offering different verticals, different advantages. So customers are not stuck with an MSP, and they keep the same hardware. As we saw with a migration tool, it's a simple switch to another MSP if ever needed.
Yeah, part of the build, when I was talking about business consulting services, if you look at our industry and all of the players who are pushing cloud, today it's a cloud door and then you get a recurring monthly revenue for that cloud, for the door, right? So you're offering, the terminology that I've heard thrown out there is an RGU, revenue generating unit. So with the Hatrix platform, you can do that. But there are 15 possible revenue streams. There are 15 RGUs underneath the Hatrix platform, and we train our partners on all of them, and they get to pick and choose which of those are in their wheelhouse and which they'd like to go to market with. So we get it's a much deeper business conversation, a much deeper strategic business decision-making process that we engage with our partners. And I think it separates ourselves.
Definitely does.
So innovation, what's next? Tom, I think we're going to put this one in your lap, and you've been talking about nothing but new stuff coming out. Over the horizon, what's next?
Excellent, definitely. So as I join my retirement, because after all this work I've been doing, as you guys saw, Entrapass is becoming an ecosystem between access control, intrusion, right, with Salto. We want to start leveraging cloud video. I think cloud video is the next evolution into the offering of our Hatrix platform and Entrapass, obviously, right? As cloud video grows, a lot of new markets and a lot of new players are being added, and there are leaders that are being developed and start to show in the cloud video world. And the next few weeks, we want to leverage this, which partner is best for us to partner with using cloud video to offer the best ultimate user experience in our platform. We want to see how can we remove the NVR and go direct to camera to cloud for the platform.
So by a show of hands of the audience here, how many of our partners are offering a cloud video solution? Okay, so not a lot of you. So just to give you a little insight into what we're seeing in the marketplace, today, the cloud video solutions and offerings that are out there in the world today, the problem and challenge and pain point that they have inherently across the board is they're very, very heavy. The data required to store video, to transport video, to transmit, it takes up a lot of space. So right now, one of the biggest races going on within the video segment of our industry is who's going to develop that next codec that's going to make that transmission and storage of data much more efficient. So what we're looking at for a cloud video solution, specifically to integrate into the Hatrix platform, is we're putting out specifications for a direct camera to cloud device, and we're hopefully timing it based on what we're hearing, based on the next evolution or the next paradigm shift of whatever codec format that they're going to be putting out there that's more efficient than H.264 or MPEG or whatever other type of codec that you can think of. So I think the development and research and R&D that it's put into developing that next codec is going to produce something relatively soon.
Very nice. So the next thing we want to do is evolve our DAC integration. We have a very robust DAC integration. I think it's very cool with Enterpass Go. You can arm and disarm. We want to take it to the next level, really put it into Enterpass. Unified databases, one full complete app, everything in the system, and leverage the new DAC integrations and the new alarm panels available for DAC. So we want to evolve that to the next level of our platform.
So with DSC integration, I think one of the big keys here is we've got some requests from a lot of our partners out there, as well as we just came back from Sphere, which is a consultant A&E symposium that Johnson Controls puts on. And one of the biggest things that came back for us is full database integration. So that's really the goal of what we're doing here with DSC. We're expanding what we already have to make it future-proof. Would that be a good word for it?
Ultimate user experience.
Ultimate. So is there a new app?
Sorry, what?
Is there a new app?
Definitely.
Oh,
Why not?
Wow. Kafel?
Now, what we want to do is have a unified platform, unified solution. Again, it's all part of the ecosystem of the Kantech platform, and having Enterpass as that front-end solution, right? So that unified solution we're offering.
And we're kind of already doing that now, right? With DSC, Exact, and Kantech all together as one solution going to the marketplace. Market outlook.
So what's the market outlook, Homer? What do you think?
That's Jason.
Oh, Jason, sorry.
Well,
What's the
someone's
market
got the
outlook?
clicker. There we go. Strong growth. So security's been on the rise. It has been for a long time, right? There's never been any slowing down of what's going on. And with the forefront of AI coming in, more off-site data being pushed out there, the strong growth isn't going to stop. We're in a really good business right now, and I don't see any slowing down. Like 18, 20% a year is the growth on this.
Yeah. So does anybody, by show of hands, know the type of performance our industry has for cloud migration and how Hatrix compares to that? Does anybody know any of that information? Great. I've got something to share for you.
Hey.
So I was recruited to take over the Hatrix platform a few weeks ago, or a week ago, 10 years ago. When I was hired on, the industry as a whole, cloud access control product solutions as a percentage of the access control segment was between 2 and 4%, on an average 3%. And Hatrix was no different. 10 years later, our industry is averaging 20% cloud deployments for all access control. So that's a really, really sharp increase in the proportion of access control sales. What do we look like in the future? Based on the projections that we're seeing, by the middle or the end of 2028, we anticipate more than 50% of all access control sales will be cloud-based. So that's a huge growth market that we're seeing, and we're seeing those numbers within the Hattrix platform. How can we tell? Well, if you look at solid pre-COVID timeframes, Hattrix was tripling the industry growth average. So we were around 27, 28% on a normal growth range for our access control segment of about 9.8%. COVID, when the industry hit rock bottom of about 3%, 3.2, some places 3.5, Hattrix was pushing out 15 and 17 and 20% growth. Now that we're post-COVID, we're seeing that triple industry average again. So not only do we have a higher revenue, but we're getting larger and larger market share. So that's like a self-licking ice cream cone as that thing continues to grow and expand. So if that's happening, from a strategic standpoint as organizations, where do you think the lion's share of our R&D dollars are going to go? So it's going to continue that spread and continue that growth. So we're really excited about the growth that we see, especially in the cloud side.
I mean, yeah, when you're talking about a shift towards the cloud, I mean, that's really what the industry's been going through, right? One great thing when it comes to that is scalability, right? So when you do an on-site deployment, if you buy a server, you might get way too many bells and whistles on it, right? Maybe something you won't use for the next 10 years or probably next year, something like that, the way we grow technology. So the great thing about Hattrix and using that cloud data center is if I need to expand resources, you know, RAM, hard drive space, things like that, it can be done instantaneously. So I can start with more of a bare bones server and grow that, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Rapid elasticity, the spin up of additional required resources for the Hattrix platform is a core component of how it is we deploy. FYI, nobody wants to be compared to a Hattrix environment. We have the highest standards in the world for cloud-based access control, which we're really, really proud of.
You know, I think it also jumps on the train of enhanced security.
Yeah.
Right, most of those on-site deployments, even though they make a backup, are they really doing disaster recovery and things like that that you typically see inside a data center, you know, environment? So that's really one of the great things. Faster deployments, right? Server's already up, software's already there. Just go on site and start putting panels on.
Yep.
Strong legacy system impact. So I think really the big one here, outside of, well, I don't know. Am I going to steal your migration thunder if I talk about that? Okay. I really think the big ones here is more CapEx versus OpEx, right? So capital expenditure. So who expects their server to break tomorrow? Nobody? Oh, I guess no, not a single hand went up. I guess no one's server is going to break. No one expects a server to break, right? So that actually that's a CapEx, right? Capital expenditure. Where is that money coming from? Right? You don't have money just laying around saying, oh, if something breaks, I've got this, I can fix it. Right? So that money comes out of R&D, it comes out of a sales budget, it comes out of a marketing budget. But if we shift over to an OpEx or an operational expense, now I can budget my security every month. I know what it's going to cost me, right? I don't have to worry about the server going down. I don't have to worry about OS updates. I don't have to worry about, really, I guess, what else? What else do I have to worry about?
Anything.
Anything. Perfect.
So let me put that into perspective. Just Kantech, 1986. We've been putting systems out there since 1986. As those platforms continue to need upgrade, as the servers start to fail, as the buildings start to expand.
And the migration tool?
That migration tool really, really plays well into that legacy system takeovers that we're starting to see. So that now you can see the strategic timing of why we're coming out with the migration tool, because we're going to see this in our marketplace moving forward. We're going to start to see a lot of systems get ready and be primed to be opportunities to be able to migrate to the cloud.
You guys said everything I had to say.
Oh, great job, Tom. Thanks for the insight. That's you, baby.
Closing. Stop it. Why don't you clap for them as well?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
How do we summarize everything that you've sat through in 3 bullet points? I'm going to do it. 38 years of experience. That's what Kantech brings to the table. as from 1986, when, it was KT200, KT100, when Helm was an operating software. Having all of that learning experience behind us really positions us to be able to execute decisions much better, more effectively, more efficiently, and it gives us a competitive advantage in the marketplace that we translate to you in the innovation that we put forth. Good? Bullet number one. Bullet number two, innovation. I don't know about you guys, but I would like to have a lot more innovation, a lot quicker. I can't imagine being in Keffel and Charles's shoes, hearing the sales team, we need this, we need this, we need to hurry up, we need to deliver it, our marketplace is demanding it. There's only 400 or 500 application engineers we can hire at a time. So we're asking a lot from our product management team. We're asking a lot for innovation for R&D, but we see the demand in the marketplace, and historically, Kantech has shown that we will step up to the plate and provide that innovation that enables you to grow your business. So that's a consistent mindset that we have, and that's not going to change moving forward. We're going to try to keep driving that innovation and work as hard as we can to deliver the best value to you. The third bullet point, to summarize what you've seen thus far, is vision. What we put forth is a result of the vision that you have to grow your business and what you're seeing in the marketplace, and nothing else has changed. So we rely on the eyes and ears on the street, the feedback from our partners, feedback from Hattrick's partners, from our manufacturers reps across the board. Where do we need to go from an R&D standpoint? What's next? How do we need to innovate? And how do we continue that forward momentum that we've already established? Well, we need you to do a couple of things for us, and I'm going to ask you for some action items coming up right here. So I would like you to share. Share all you can. We would like you to share your insights. Where do you see your marketplace going? How can we help? How can we drive innovation to best serve your marketplace? And if we don't have that insight from you, we can't develop for you. What are your needs? Do you need more support? Do you need technical support? Do you need certification? Do you need more product? Do you need more inventory? What do you need? If we don't have that feedback, it's difficult for us to position ourselves to be able to satisfy the need that we have through our partnership. And share your vision. Where do you see your business 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Where do you see the marketplace? What we see as an industry as a whole may not apply to your geographical footprint. How is that different? We'd like to hear that. So the channel that we would like you to use is to scan this QR code and provide us the insight, and I guarantee you an RSM or Jason or myself will contact you because we would like to have that phone call with you, share your vision with us, because to make sure that we're positioned to be able to help you power your mission. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Everybody that's online.
We've got more.
Oh,
wait,
there's more?
What about the special promo? But wait, I want to say something on this too. The special promo, right? Did anybody remember? No? So the nice thing with this, since you guys are doing some work for us, we want to reward you guys out there. So you out in the ether, you guys in the crowd, when you scan this, share your insights. We're going to do a drawing for a Sonos Roam speaker, just as a giveaway, as a thank you for taking some time out of your day to fill this out. All right? Now let's go. One more. All right, here's what you guys have all been waiting for. So everybody in attendance, like I said, we'll go back to the ether statement. I like that one. Use the promo code KAN-15. Don't worry, if you skip the dash, it will still work, right? I know we have some issues with part numbers sometimes. So for today, let's see, what time is it? 12:52, all the way through 11:59 on Friday. Anything you order from Kantech that has this promo code on, it's going to be an automatic 15% off. This is a thank you to everyone here.
Hold the presses. What did you say?
I said you're going to save 15% off all the orders that come in today and all your orders for tomorrow, right? We want to give you, since it's only half a day left, we got to give you at least a full day to take advantage of the program. So as long as we use this code, it's got to be on the PO or you're not getting it, 15% off. Yep, that's it. So for Homer, for myself, for Tom, for Rick with Digi, for Keith with Life Safety Power. I want to thank all you guys for coming out and be part of Kantech Day. We can't wait to do this again tomorrow. And next year. My bad. Thank you so much. I think that's a wrap for us.
Yep.